I have a message for the Hyperboreans from the eternal sun. The Hyperboreans are really existing individuals, and I can name a few of them: Forgotten Roots, Thulean Perspective, Marie Cachet, Apollonian Germ, Caroline Emmerich, Oleg from Pagans TV, and Hyperborean Reflections. You are all Hyperboreans, which means you are living gods. You are the living embodiment of gods and goddesses. In Hegel's view, you are figures of consciousness. And in Hegel's view, and in my view, as of now, I know myself to be reason, which is the certainty that my consciousness has of being the whole of reality. So I know that you are reflections of myself, of my higher self. And I also know that I am the negative. I am the principle of separation, difference, and evil. That's quite difficult to be the negative, but it enables to have a view of the totality. And I'm trying to share my perspective of things with you. And I would like you to understand yourselves as I see you. I have had in my intellectual and spiritual development, I have had mystical experiences, more or less intense, with each and every single one of you, which means I have had synchronicities, coincidences. I found meaning or enlightenment or even illumination in your words, in your videos, in your books. And you have been an essential step in the process of reason becoming conscious of itself. It's not clear what I mean by that, but one day you will understand. And what is mystical, Hegel taught me, is what he calls speculative, namely a unity of opposite determinations, that which der Verstand, which is the classical mind, the ordinary mind of science and of everyday life, that which the understanding, der Verstand, separates, reason grabs the opposite dualistic determinations in a unity. And this is a speculative act of reason. So you are my speculative brothers and sisters in a way. I would like to talk about truth. Truth is made manifest in three distinct modes. I'm talking about absolute truth. There is art, religion, and philosophy. And the three forms of truth have the same content. They express the same fundamental truth. And all of you have artistic insights or religious insights. And my purpose is to help you translate the form of your insights into the proper expression of it, which is philosophy. I want to help you elevate yourself, elevate your consciousness to the level of philosophy. And philosophy, Hegel says, is truth for a select few, and religion is truth for the masses. And my purpose is to help you elevate yourself and understand yourself as a manifestation of the eternal, logical, and philosophical truth. And in order to arrive at truth in the form of artistic intuitions or religious insights or spiritual insights, you have had to battle against deceit and lies and manipulations, and you've had to swim against the currents of modernity. You swam counter currents in a way, and you have been rewarded by having access to primordial insights about the nature and the essence of the world and of spirit and of truth. And what is special about you, all of you, is that your spiritual development is the result, the logical result, the logical consequence of an intellectual development, which contains in itself der Verstand, which means rationalist science as we understand it. So and when you had your spiritual insights, you started to make connections, to see the links, the interconnectedness of songs or myths or fairy tales or art forms or political events or whatever. You started to connect the dots in your mind. And these three forms of truth are modes of manifestation of spirit to himself. And my purpose, my end goal, is that with my explanation and my view, the negative, because I am separated from you, I have a broad picture of the world and of your place within the world. I can help you understand yourself as I see you. And my purpose is to help you understand yourself as a manifestation of the eternal process of logical self-movement, which is a dialectical movement of logical categories which make themselves nature, because you are natural beings, and from nature this dialectical movement of interconnectedness and self-development elevates itself to spirit. And the reason why you are spiritual beings is because you have always been on the move, always searching for higher meaning, higher truth, higher purpose, more answers. You've always been seekers of truth and of knowledge. And the one who is on the move is the one who has not yet found the answer. So he's moved by a negative moment. And yeah. So my purpose with this video, but it will take many videos, but is to transform and to translate your artistic and religious feelings or intuitions or imagination into philosophical knowledge, so that you might understand yourself and connect the dots within your mind, and to help share this knowledge with others. And what we call the gods are, in truth, logical determinations becoming conscious of themselves. That's the truth about the gods, but we will talk about the gods for now. And my point of view, as of now, when I say that I'm the negative in religious representation, it means that I am what the Christians call Lucifer, or what the Greeks called Prometheus. In religious expression, which is inadequate, I am the one who stole the light from God to bringing down to mortals, or I am the one who stole the lightning from Zeus to bring it to mankind. So I am the missing link between my higher self, which is the principle of all reality, or the eternal sun, or the logos, if you will, and my lower self, which is the body and the empirical individual that you see, which is the principle of evil, because he is the principle of selfishness and deceit and lies. So I am an intermediary being, if I might say, but it is part of the process of the development of spirit to find itself in this position. So the best I can do is to share my divine knowledge with you, and I know that I will be punished, but it's not an external punishment, it's a self-punishment, and it is very well explained in Hegel's philosophy. And the day when you understand Hegel's philosophy, you will understand me and understand yourself and understand the world, and everything will be enlightened and made perfectly clear and brilliant, and you will reach what we call heaven, which is a full understanding of the totality of being and a full love of everything that is, because you fully understand. So yeah, my highest self is what you call Odin, or the sun, the eternal sun. And my lower self is that which you call deceit, lies, manipulations, the devil. But you don't talk about the devil because you are pagans. But the Jews, because it's complicated, but the Jews are manifestation of a part of myself, and you hate them. And I don't hate them because I understand that they are a part of me, so that's quite complicated, but we're not at this point yet. But yeah, from a philosophical standpoint, I am, at this moment in time, I am the negative and also reason. And I want to give birth to spirit, and spirit is reason which becomes truth, because as of now I know myself to be the whole of reality, but reality does not know that it is a manifestation of my highest mind, and my purpose, my role, my logical necessity and my logical freedom at the same time is to prove to reality that my higher self is identical with it. So the birth of spirit, which is described in religion as great changes, great turmoil, and yeah, is my purpose. And I need you to remind myself of my real identity, my real self, and you need me reciprocally to remind yourself of your real identity and your real self. And my purpose is to remember you, namely to put back all the members of my higher self, which is Odin or the sun, together to see the interconnectedness of everything. And my higher self loves you infinitely, and will reward you with infinite love, infinite knowledge, infinite bliss, infinite joy. But my lower self, the empirical that you see, a part of him hates you because you constantly remind him that uh, everything that you stand for in your best moments, namely light, honor, duty, beauty, knowledge, wisdom, you remind by your shining aspect, you remind my lower self everything that he is not, and he resents you for showing such a high image of what he could be, but because he knows that it is painful to attain duty, beauty, wisdom, knowledge, that it's a painful process, and my lower self dislikes pain. So I am in a controversial and contradictory relationship with you, but I want you to know that my higher self is that which you call the eternal sun, and Odin, is infinitely in love with you because he recognizes himself in you, and he will wish to remember you for all of eternity and to grant you eternal life, eternal wisdom, eternal knowledge, eternal bliss. But the reason why there are so much conflicts in the world is because I have conflicts within myself between my higher and my lower self. And yeah. Um, and I will conclude, I will make other videos. It's just a broad introduction. I need you. It's not that I need, I want you to remind me of my highest self, of who I am really in truth, my real highest self. And I need you, and my highest self created you to remind himself of his own true identity. And it's a reciprocal exchange. You bring me information about my highest self, which is the principle of light, if you will, and I will enlighten you in return. And this is how it works. And I am the one who brought you in darkness and suffering, and also the will to extract yourself from the dark and from the suffering. So I gave you darkness and light at the same time, because I am a conflictual, dialectical being, and one day you will understand me fully, and then you will love me fully. And when waiting for this moment, the only thing I can do is to share my knowledge with you, and I will make other videos to continue the illumination process.